Hey, today, well, not today that we're recording, but the day that this video goes up is our anniversary. Yep. And we have been married
11 years.
11 years today. So we thought it would be fun to kind of get on here and make a video talking about highlights from our 11 years of marriage, and highlights from our wedding day. Kind of talk a little bit about our wedding day.
Yeah.
Not how we met, because that would be a whole series.
It would be
a whole series of videos.
Would be.
It would be fun though.
It took a long time.
Anyway, if that's something you'd be interested in, leave a comment,
That'd be
and
great.
maybe we can make a video like that. But and then I had found some questions that are just fun questions to ask on your anniversary, where we kind of talk about not the 11 years as a whole, but kind of this last 11th year of marriage.
Yeah.
So let's start out with our wedding. Mitch,
Put me on the spot.
what was your favorite part of our wedding?
This is hard. I think one of the fondest memories I get wasn't actually from our wedding, but it was from our wedding rehearsal. And it was having all of my family there and your family present. And
I know what you're going to say.
I know you do. And we were rehearsing through everything. And one of the things that we did that was special at our wedding was we had a foot washing. And Char perpetually runs outside in her bare feet.
And in 11 years of marriage,
It hasn't
that's
changed.
not changed.
Not changed at all. And so
I'm always barefoot, so.
So we went to do the mock foot washing, and I picked her foot up, and it was black.
The bottom of my foot, like, because I go around barefoot so much, it's like the dirtiness is embedded into my skin, so they're like permanently stained. Like right now, I'm not even showing that. But like they just always, the bottoms of my feet always look kind of dirty. So I had to spend the night before our wedding, I sat on the floor of the shower at my parents' house and I scrubbed my feet for 20 minutes straight to get them clean. So that's your favorite?
That is my favorite memory from our wedding.
Our wedding?
Yeah.
I guess my favorite memory isn't actually from our wedding ceremony or day or anything, besides like getting married. I don't know, I loved all of our friends being together. A lot of our friends traveled from out of town to come to our wedding. My best friend and her husband were there with my family. So it was just like this union of all these people that we loved and that loved us and supported us so much all together. And our parents met.
Yeah, for the first time.
Like the only time. At my graduation, my mom saw his family again, but they have not all ever like.
That's the curse of living 24 hours apart, growing up 24 hours apart.
I think that was a huge favorite of mine, is just all the people that loved and supported us being there.
Yeah.
What would you change about our actual wedding ceremony if we got married today in our 30s versus in our 20s?
I would cry.
I would let you cry. I think I was more afraid of crying, and so I didn't want him to cry, and that's just something that we've learned over our 11 years of marriage, is that, like...
It's okay.
It's okay to show emotions, and that's something I still struggle with, but I'm better at now. Yeah. And I would change that too. I would let you...
That was the other fond memory of our actual wedding day, was when I was getting to the point of ready to cry, and I was just going to say, like, I love you so much. She looks at me and goes, stop.
I was like, no. I was afraid of crying. Well, I had waterproof mascara, so I shouldn't have been too worried. There was all these people watching us, and I didn't want all these people to watch me crying, because then I thought, what if I can't, like, get it together? And, so.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I think if I changed something, if we got married today, I think I just want to incorporate something very unique and fun. I don't know what that would be, because, well, we're not getting married right now.
No.
So, but yeah, I think I'd just do something fun.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But I think as far as changing something about our wedding day, would be the cake.
Oh, yeah.
I've mentioned this several times over the years how much I regret that. Like when they do the feeding of the cake, it was just, you looked at me like, and I thought, he's going to smash that in my face.
I promised you that I would not do it.
And he did. It's true. You did say, like, I'm not going to do it. But I just had this fear that you were playing me, and you were. And
so you did it first.
Like, we're moving the cake toward each other, and I was afraid he was, and so I did. And then it was mutual. But I don't know. I
feel like she opened the door. I want to reciprocate.
I did, but and I've said so many times over the years. I can't even count how many times I've said it.
Oh, I know.
Hundreds. I hate that I did that, and I wish I wouldn't have. I think I would have, getting married older and more mature, I think I would just go into the whole thing not really caring so much about what other people thought or how they perceived us on our wedding day, and just being more focused on what we were doing, on getting married on each other, and just enjoying it. So
yeah, no, that's good.
And that hasn't just come with time and age, that's come with therapy too. And just processing different things. One thing I would do the same though is I would still have a violinist. I loved
that was good.
We hired a violinist, just a single violinist to play during the ceremony and before the ceremony and everything. I would still get married outdoors.
Yep. I would still do it cheap, like we did.
Yeah.
That was.
Well, I wouldn't say it was cheap. It was very inexpensive. It was more affordable. I probably would do it even cheaper.
Yeah.
No, I probably would spend even less money. Let's get into these questions. I have them on my phone. Here's 10 questions. Actually, I'm going to list these 10 questions in the description box below. So if there are questions that you don't even have to ask on your anniversary. They're just fun questions that you can ask on a date night or whatever. So there's 10 questions to ask your partner on your anniversary. Question number 1. What would you say has brought us closer together this year?
This year's been a difficult year.
This year of marriage, not necessarily 2020, but this year of marriage.
With me, like not difficult with you, but
it's not been a difficult year within our marriage. It's just been a difficult
year for us to go together. And I think just having the situations that we've been in and just going through it together has really brought us closer. I think this year is one of the years we've been the closest we've ever been in our 11 years of marriage. And so on some levels, do I wish we had to go through hardship? No. On the other levels, though,
I find that
I'm glad.
Yeah, the areas, the times during our marriage that have refined us the most have been the hardest times.
Yeah.
Just tough things we've had to go through together have brought us closer. And this year has definitely done that. And I think, I don't know, this probably is true for a lot of families during the quarantine and all the COVID stuff, that you're forced to be together more. I don't know, I think just that being together more one-on-one has brought us closer, and like we like being together more. It's not that we didn't like being together before, it's just we like it more. Where I'm like, do we have to have jobs? Can we just hang out all the time?
Right.
Okay. So I agree with you that, yes, the crummy parts of this year of our marriage
have been things that have brought us closer together.
The things that ended up being, like, where at the time we're like, oh, I just want this to change. I wish this wasn't happening.
Right.
But now I'm like, I'm so glad that happened. And that's true with
everything.
That's true with everything. Hindsight's 20/20. So, okay. What is your favorite memory of this year together?
Yes, there's a few things that happened this year that are fun. Notably, the one thing that was a fun series of memories was when my brother Josh and his wife Holly came to visit.
Yes, and we have a whole video of that visit. We'll link that video in the description.
You'll see it in the card up here too.
Oh, right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun. That was a highlight for me too. Another favorite memory of this year is that we jumped into doing more photography stuff.
Yeah, together.
And yeah, we did a lot of that together. I don't take photos or anything, but I do a lot of the posing and the assisting.
Yep.
And we found that we make a really good team.
It's true.
And I loved doing that.
I've been doing photography for 12 years, and a lot of it's, started off with landscaping and landscapes. I did landscaping, but
Landscape photography.
Landscape photography. And then it moved into doing some shots, like photo shoots for friends and family that I knew. But recently, diving into it a little deeper, we've been able to work together and broaden to newborn photography and other fun stuff.
Yeah. Okay, another favorite memory of mine, honestly, was building the igloo.
Oh, right.
It was like a lifelong dream. When we were kids, me and my siblings, every year I felt like I would try to start building an igloo, but it never actually happened.
Right.
But we did, and I think the fun part of that together was like after Manny would go to sleep, we would go
Sneak
outside.
out, kind of, yeah.
We would go outside, and we would be out there till after 11 o'clock at night.
2-3 hours in the
And
night,
just
not realizing how much time is passing.
Igloo from the moonlight.
Building one level up higher, 2 levels up higher at night.
Yeah, that was super fun. I feel like
it was.
We spent more time working on it than we ever spent in it.
It's true.
But it was the experience, and it was fun.
Good.
It was fun working together.
I mean, come on, like who doesn't want to say you built a life-size igloo?
Yeah, that igloo was really cool.
It was good. Question number 3. If you could relive any day from this past year, what would it be?
Okay. I know we just shared all our favorite memories, and of course now I'm not going to share any of those. Well, I was going to share this as a favorite memory, but I knew that question was coming, so I didn't.
Sure.
We have made kind of a fun tradition. It would be considered a tradition now because we've done it multiple times.
It's true.
But when we were married for 5 years, we got photos done.
Yeah.
And I dressed up in my dress again.
Yeah.
And we got all these photos taken, kind of like mock wedding.
Sure. Yeah.
Photos.
Anniversary pictures.
Yeah, just anniversary pictures. But we did it at the 5-year mark, and we thought this would be fun to do every 5 years. So last year, we didn't do the photos in June, which is when our anniversary is, but we waited till October.
Different season, because all the other times we've had pictures, it's been summer pictures.
Yeah.
And we wanted variety in with our
And I really wanted the fall colors in the photos. So our friend Lindsey, and we'll link Lindsey's photography page in the description box also. But she went with us and did these photos. Some friends watched Manny, and we went and got all these photos taken. And they were my most favorite photos of us ever.
Yep.
Ever. I loved, we got our 5-year anniversary.
Better than all the pictures I've ever taken of us.
Well,
it's true.
When someone else is looking through the lens, it's different.
It's true.
But, I loved our 5-year photos better than our wedding.
Yep.
And now I love our 10-year better than our 5-year.
Yep.
I think because they're current too, and that's us now, and you think about what you were thinking about during the photos.
Right, and we always think we look cooler now than we did when we were younger. At least we do.
We think we do.
We do. Yeah.
You guys can be the judge. We'll see.
We might not be, but
we do. I think we look cooler now.
I think we look cooler.
Anyway, but no, I loved that day because afterward we went out and we went to a cafe and we got drinks and we just sat on the couch in the cafe and just. We actually sat there and said, "What did we do? What did we do?"
It's been years since we were out on an actual date, so
yeah.
Out there was
So I would relive that day. That was a good day.
I would agree with that. Yeah. That was a very fun day too.
Yeah.
Question 4. What's been the best thing about being married? I'll start it.
Okay.
For me, the best thing about being married is having someone who is in your corner, who's on your team through all the fun things of life and all the hard things of life. Because this year has really showed me at a deeper level the fact that we could have great relationship and a relationship that's refined even through the hard times, and to be able to celebrate the fun times together. Yeah. So having someone who's always with you through things has been something that I've found to be one of the best things about being married.
Okay. Mine's similar. I think just having a partner through life someone who has the same like vision and not necessarily the same goals, but the same ultimate goal of bringing glory to God.
Right.
And having someone who partners with you in that is a huge. I mean, that's what marriage is. It's about God. He designed it. He made it for His glory. So I think that obviously is the best part of marriage. But as far as just like little things that I love about marriage, and it sounds silly, but I think I just have always, I feel like notoriously I'm the last picked, like with different things growing up. Like, you know, the last pick to be on a team, the last picked to sit next to, like that, always that fear of like, am I going to be sitting alone, or is anybody going to talk to me at this event? Am I going to be by myself again? So I think the feeling of I'm always going to be picked now. I have somebody that I know will pick me, or you'll want to sit by me, or you'll want to talk to me, or you don't mind if I hang out with you at an event.
True.
You're not
Always.
like, oh my goodness, go find your own friends. Stop hanging around me. I don't have to be worried about that all the time. I'm just kidding. No, I think that's a highlight, is always getting picked.
Aww.
Because you always pick me, and why wouldn't you?
No, why not?
For real. Okay, I'll ask the next one.
Okay.
Number 5. Anything shocking you've learned about your spouse this year?
Yes. I learned this year that Char has never been able to armpit fart.
Okay. So, we were sitting on the couch one night, and didn't I accidentally gleek?
Yeah.
Gleek, is that the right word?
Yeah.
And I have over the year, I feel like there was a period of time when we were kids where it was popular to gleek. Mm-hmm. People would do it. Everyone was doing it.
Like just kind of like have water spit out like a fountain out of your mouth.
Like from under your tongue or something weird. Never been able to do it. Occasionally it happens on accident, but I can't simulate it. Like I can't make it happen again.
Right.
And I think it accidentally happened, and I said, I have never been able to gleek. I've never been able to gleek. I've never been able to fart with my armpit. And he stopped me. He goes, wait, what? And I said, I've never been able to do it. And I sat there and I tried
and I was at the point like, no. I'm going to teach you.
And I'm like,
how
no,
to,
it's useless. I've never, ever, I've tried. People have tried to show me.
I was like, I will do this in under a minute. I will teach you how to do it. And I did.
And I sat there and I was like,
she was in shock.
I can't believe this. It was like a milestone. And we laughed so hard.
I know, 32 and a milestone being able to fart with your armpit.
I'm like, now that I'm in my 30s, I can do it, but why couldn't I do this when I was 10 and it was cool?
Right.
Something shocking I've learned. Well, I guess this isn't something that I've learned about you this year, but I've discovered that you're good at washing dishes. And it's not that you haven't been before or that I didn't know it. You have just washed more dishes this year than ever. We don't have a dishwasher, and you're home more right now. And I mean, bro stepped up to the plate and he washes dishes all the time. And I wash less dishes than I would have to. And I really appreciate that about you. So it's not something shocking. It's just, wow. I know it sounds bad to be like, wow, he's thoughtful. And that's not what I am getting at. I'm just it's been a new thing this year. Like, wow, he washes a lot of dishes. And
I had the opportunity to.
I really appreciate it. Thanks, babe.
Well, thank you.
For
appreciating me. Here's some appreciation for the appreciation.
No, listen, and I feel like I do thank you all the time. I do. I say thank you all the time, but I just want you to know that I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Wow, I'm flattered. Okay. I don't do it for appreciation.
What's a bonus quality you received in your spouse that you didn't know about until this year? Mine's the washing dishes. I didn't know about that bonus quality till this year. But I will give it to you. We can rephrase these. This is our video. We do what we want. So if you want to do a bonus quality just in general, that maybe something you didn't know about before we got married, but then you're like, wow, bonus. Other than everything.
It's true. It's true. She was the bonus that I didn't realize I was getting.
Oh, I thought of that. Sorry, because I've gone through the questions before this. The bonus quality was the dishes. That was the bonus quality. The shocking thing was actually something else.
Oh. Well.
Oh, I just remembered. Isn't that so bad that I forgot?
Yeah, well,
it was shocking.
I'm going to say the bonus quality that I got is not knowing Char's soon to bloom desire for health and nutrition. Because it wasn't there when we got married. And
well, it was. I was just very unknowledgeable.
Right.
I wanted to be healthy and stuff. I just didn't really know much about it. I didn't know enough about it to actually be as healthy as I
But, so a bonus quality that I got is that I know if I was left to my own, I would eat so much junk food and unhealthy food. I would. It's just inherently in me. And a bonus quality that I got is that, I'm able to be a healthier person just because of being with her.
Yeah.
And so that's a bonus quality that I get.
It is. It's like having a free nutritionist and trainer living in your home.
I know. Whether you want to or not. Some days I want to eat junk food.
A bonus quality that, I guess I knew about. I didn't marry you for these qualities, but Mitch is incredibly techie. He's very good with everything techie, and very handy with our car. I have no idea what's going on with the car. So I think that's just, it's a bonus. It's a bonus quality. Even though
I pulled you under and tried showing you how to change the oil, where the filter gets changed.
I know, and that's the thing is, there's sometimes where and here's my thought process. There's only so much space in my brain for information. If some of that information is in your brain, why does it need to be in my brain too? Does that make sense? Because it's already there. It doesn't need to be. If as long as it's existing between our two brains, that's good for me.
My thing is that if I'm not there, if I'm gone for a weekend or something, you can be able to do it.
Remember last year I went away on a very short weekend road trip, and the engine, there was just all sorts of stuff. Anyway, I called you.
Yep.
It's the car kept stalling. I didn't know what to do. And see, that's the thing is you weren't there, but you were there. So don't even play that game.
All right.
Don't play. Oh, the shocking thing.
Yeah, what was the shocking thing?
The shocking thing was that I learned that you can sometimes be funny.
I know, because out of our 11 years of marriage, I can count on one, maybe two hands, how many times you have genuinely found me funny. Genuinely found me funny.
I think we've just laughed more together this year at both of us. And I'm not I'm funny, but
you
let's
are
be
funny,
real.
Though. You are hilarious.
Out of the two of us, I'm probably the funny one.
It's true.
But no, I feel like you've made me laugh more this year.
Yeah.
So.
It's good.
I guess.
I still can count on two hands at least.
Stop. Stop. That ain't true. Number 7. If you could do anything different this next year than we've done previously, I guess, what would you do?
I would try to find more times to go out and do things together. More times where we don't necessarily spend money, but we're actually going to the beach or having experiences, because I really enjoy having memories, whether they cost money or not. For me, having the memories and the shared experiences mean more to me than having $20 in the bank. And so, I would rather have those shared experiences together with you as a family than to miss those experiences because we're trying to do so many other things that maybe just clog us down in our day-to-day.
Right. I prefer experiences over things. I would rather have an empty house, but then I could go have fun.
Yeah.
One thing I would do differently this year, first of all, I would not have a pandemic that kind of, did things. But we were paying off a lot of debt last year, and then that came to a halt just because of different life things. But I would try to find ways to pay off more.
Yeah.
That's one thing I would do differently.
Sold a lot of things, try to do as much as you can.
I feel like we set out this year to do what you said, like having more experiences, doing more things, and we did.
We did, for sure.
But there were, having, a lot of businesses not open or different things. I feel like it did stop things, but I feel like we have done that, and I would like to. I'm glad that we started doing these videos. I think they're fun to do.
And one thing they're going to do is force us to do more things.
To do more things as a family and have those memories and capture those.
It's true, because it's easier. It's so easy, and I mean, I'm sure a lot of you can understand. It's so easy to just get stuck in the day-to-day routine and work, home, whatever.
Not intentionally seek opportunities to have experiences.
Exactly.
And I'd like to do that more.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, and make more family videos too.
Yeah, we enjoy
memories.
These.
Yeah.
All right, what question are we on now?
That was 7.
All right.
Number 8.
What have you learned from your spouse in the past 12 months?
Past 12 months. What have I learned from you?
Mm-hmm. I have learned from Char that I need to listen more and talk less. Because I have a thing.
Do you notice how, I was going to say something and then you said, let me go first in order to say, listen more?
I did. But I want you to point out as well.
You had an answer, I didn't.
I want to point out as well, if you listen back to the amount of time Char spoke in this video, the amount of time I have spoken in this video, it's definitely weighted one way.
Okay, but that is because I'm more comfortable talking on camera.
I can't get a word in edgewise.
Oh, stop. You just sounded like your dad when you said that. That was your dad, 100%. Brian, that was you. Okay, what I've learned from you, this is something I'm learning. It's not like I've learned it, but I'm learning, is that I don't have to do it all. Because that has been I want to do if something has to be done, I feel like I have to do it. And letting you do it is hard, because then I feel like, I don't know if it's like this feeling like, oh, I'm now lazy or failing or lacking something, rather than giving you the opportunity to share the load and help and show me love in that way. Exactly. So I have learned that from you this year, that I don't have to do it all, and I can still be a good wife, a good mom, a good person, even if I don't do everything myself.
Right.
So that's something.
Yeah. Lowering your expectations of yourself, right?
No, I didn't say that. Let's not get carried away.
That's true.
Okay.
What's next?
Number 9. How have your feelings changed in this year together?
Oh, I think for me, it's with everything we've gone through. It's just I feel like we've been drawn closer together, and so a lot of feelings that I've had for Char have just deepened, and I have a greater appreciation for her. To be able to have an encourager, beside me, to be able to encourage me when I'm needing to be lifted up, but also to be encouraging in the way that doesn't always look like encouragement, but in the way that helps refine, like iron sharpens iron. To be able to have that kind of encouragement to be a better person and to be a better Christ follower. And so I've really, that's part of my feelings that have deepened.
As people would call constructive criticism, which I don't feel like there's any kind of constructive criticism. What is that? I'm going to criticize you to construct you. But I think there can be a way to encourage by sometimes shining light on your flaws, and not in a way, and I think you understand that because you just said that, but not in a way that brings you down, but that encourages you to do better.
Right. I'd rather that than, stab in the back in the dark.
Well, or just to be like, you're failing at this, so fix it.
Right.
But I don't like people approaching me that way, so I don't approach others that way. How have my feelings changed this year? I think I would agree in what you said, is that my appreciation for you has grown.
Yeah.
I like being together more. If you're gone for I don't know, like the other day you went outside to fix something, and I was like, oh, I just want to hang out. So I think that feeling of just wanting to be together more, I feel like I love you more now than I did even last year. Mm-hmm. So definitely that. I like being together. I like hanging out with you. You are my favorite person.
You're mine.
No, you are. You're really my favorite person.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, not like your best friend or anything?
See, now you're doing this because you're like, oh, maybe Ashley will watch this, and then you'll text her and be like, oh, what?
She won't watch it.
She understands. See, we have a rule that it's okay for us to love our husbands more. Okay. It's a different kind of. So don't play that, Ash. I got you, girl. I got you. So
I know where I sit.
Don't stop.
It's been that way since college.
And I noticed you said I know where I sit, not where I stand.
I know, that's right.
Okay, last question.
Yeah.
What is something you've done that has worked and really made a difference in your marriage that you would give as advice to be successful to others on their wedding day?
One of the things that really has, I've learned through the past years of marriage is that it comes down to listening to each other and communicating how you really feel.
And I know that's so cliche because everyone says communication.
Right.
But it's because it's true.
It is.
It's true. And that took us a while to really become good at, but I feel like I really do feel like we're great communicators now.
Right. Get a lot better, like light years better.
Because, and I think it's that whole, just don't hold back, don't be afraid, or don't project your own fears, your own insecurities, your own thoughts and feelings onto your spouse, because I mean we've both done that in the past, like especially during like our first couple years of marriage. I would hold back and not share what I was feeling because of
the worry that I may have responded one way one time, and so now that's permanent. I'm always going to respond that way in that situation.
Be willing to
I can't grow and become, a newer person. It might take 10 times. I might respond the same way 10 times, but the thing is being able, I'm not the same person today that I was when we got married.
Thank God. No, I'm just kidding. Well, but for real, if I was still married to 22-year-old you being my age now, there would be some issues. I would be know. Like, dude,
you'd be like 10 years older than me.
Well, that would be an issue. But no, I think when you project those feelings and stuff onto another person, it doesn't allow them space to grow.
Right.
It doesn't give grace, and it kind of puts an expectation on them that you're not sharing with them that you have.
Right.
So I think
unmet expectation is one of the largest things that lead to conflict within marriage, at least within ours.
Or in relationships. Unmet
expectations
and uncommunicated expectations. I think a lot of times when expectations are unmet, it's because they're uncommunicated.
Right.
So I think we've done better. We've done better at communicating our expectations, communicating our feelings, and allowing the other person's space to grow and to change their mind.
Right.
I think when you don't allow your spouse space to change their mind, it doesn't allow them to grow, and you need to grow together.
Right, because a lot of times if you keep pushing that way and not allowing that space, the other person is just in a defensive position, and they're just going to hold their ground, throughout it because they feel like they're constantly being attacked. But if you give them that space, there's that opportunity to grow. And
you have opportunity to grow together and learn something new about each other, and allowing the other person to change.
Yeah.
So there's that. That's all under the heading of communication.
Yeah.
The other thing I would say is take the Enneagram test.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm gonna actually. I say I'm gonna, but I mean you're gonna put a link for the Enneagram test, a good one. In the description box below. And it's an investment. I think it's $12 a test.
Through the place that we're going to link here.
Is it worth $24 to invest in your relationship? Because it doesn't do anything to necessarily define you as a person.
Right.
If you're not familiar with the Enneagram and you're a millennial, where have you been? But the Enneagram is a personality test. And it gives you a description of your personality type, and the unique thing about it too is it it's very deep and very detailed, but you can look at, like, I am a 6.
And I'm a 7.
Which is a 7. And
6 wing.
It gives you a number. Anyway, you can kind of, once we took the test and we read about each other's personality type, it opened up a lot of conversation.
Right, and the key thing that we also saw here is that within my type, it helped explain some of the things that I may not be able to communicate out on my thought processes. And then it also shows how relationships work together between different number types. And this could be between married couples, this could be between in the job force, it could be with friends or family. And but when we looked at the way that our numbers work together, and this isn't like pigeonholing you, but when we looked at that, it opened up conversation because there were things that Char thought how she would respond and react to things that were
information.
Right, were completely different, almost polar opposite than to the way I would do it, the things that I would value.
But being able to read about it, it was like, oh, so that's why sometimes you respond in this way, or that's why. And we were able to share, like, yes, that's me. They put words to something that I could
never
explain.
Communicate. Yeah.
So I think, honestly, the Enneagram, and just take the time. Make it a date night or something.
Right.
Take the time to sit down, read about your spouse, their personality type, and really take the time to understand.
Yeah.
So
we love connecting with you, and if you want to like and subscribe, you can do that here.
Yeah, please like and subscribe to our channel. And let us know if there's content that you would want to see, I guess.
Yeah.
Mostly we just film, like, family stuff, but this is a special video. I like this kind of stuff. I like watching kind of sit-down, chatty videos. If that's something you like, let us know.
Hey, if you want to hear...
Because there's more videos like this that we would like to do, but...
We have lots of stories. Our adoption manual and a lot of other things
that we would like to share. So if there's anything you're interested in hearing about...
drop
from
the comments below.
Yeah, leave it in the comments here on YouTube because that helps us to see them that are associated with the video.
All right.
So that is it for our anniversary video, and we are going to try to do something fun to enjoy our anniversary. We may share that in a later video. I'm not sure. So I wanted to say that I wanted to say happy anniversary to you personally, and that. I am really glad that you asked me all those years ago to marry you. And we were laying in bed last night, and I was like laying on you thinking about, like, wow, 11 years ago today we weren't doing this, but like then now we've shared a bed all these years, we're still married, and we still like each other, and I'm like, you know what? I'm really happy that you wanted me to be with me and to share life together. So,
you have to ask you 4 times to marry me?
That's a different story.
That's a different story.
Thank you for being persistent and for loving me.
I love you.
Okay. Peace.
By the authority vested in me as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, it is my privilege to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell Black.